Now guys, I'm going to be straight up and tell you, Goblin's Crown is more of the same, but I mean, hold on a minute. Maybe you're in denial or just oblivious to the fact, but if you're here right now, then you have nothing to worry about. Because chances are you're another degenerate, just like the rest of us, waiting for Monsieur Goblin Slayer to crack some skulls and prevent those little green homies from taking our women. Well, probably, and this movie is just as cathartic as you'd expect. Watching Goblin Slayer plow through the crowd as he plays Green Boy Whack-A-Mole, and you're wondering whether he's counting them up for a strategic purpose, or maybe in an attempt to top his high score, or perhaps just to satiate that fetish. The Anime Fried Chicken channel does not kink shame. Regardless, GS is out there getting some, and there's nothing that quite screams fantasy guild questing quite like dungeon crawling pesticide missions. Fetch quests suck. I don't want to gather 7 leather hides, I want blood, I want anguish, I want
Goblin Slayer.
Now the production team made a bit of a coin flip decision with including a 25-minute season 1 recap built into the movie. And there's 2 ways fans will take it. Either they're stoked they get to watch a montage of GS mercilessly wrecking hundreds of cannon fodder goblins and dispatching all of the boss goblins in a hyper-condensed recut, or alternatively it's going to offend all your delicate sensibilities and you'll be wondering why they're wasting precious screen real estate when there's a goddamn recap episode built into the first series, and it's also freaking redundant. So yeah, live your life and make your peace, because at the very least the action is still there and chances are you'll get pumped. And you can take solace in knowing the rest of the movie from here on out is canon, new animated material of goblins getting their face crushed. As a late preface, I'll admit, I'm not a light novel reader, but from Google Fu I know that the movie encapsulates volume 5 of the light novel, and I've read that the overall adaptation is almost entirely faithful to the original material. Minor elements may have been omitted or changed, but only as a result of having no relevance to the Goblin Crown story, which was likely the right call, as loose plot threads leading into the next volume would work against the Goblin Crown's prime directive of being a self-contained package dressed up as a theatrical release. That is not to say there isn't a takeaway theme from the film, primarily being that their goblins be getting smarter. And as a result of pillaging dwarven technology, we find the goblins in possession of a sizable weapon cache, and most worryingly, having the ability to mine and smelt ore and manufacture weapons. Now, despite Goblin Slayer being a fantasy anime and not set in a video game isekai setting, I can't help but see the parallels and connect the dots to how their world is completely devolving into video game-esque chaos. Every MMORPG has a starting area with minor foes just like goblins. And sure, the Goblin Slayer series already turned this trope on its head by having the goblins get a little too handsy with the nearby townswomen, but to now turn it on its head again and have a Skynet situation going on with beginner level goblins skyrocketing their level of technology, well, that's a game changer. We may soon have new sword and shield adventurers taking on goblins with rifles straight out of the starting gates, and that is kind of nightmare fuel. My only real gripe from the movie was the main boss. The Goblin Paladin was a level of caliber below the Goblin Lord from the climax of the first season, and personally, if GS isn't working towards stronger boss goblins, the story loses tension. You can counter this by arguing that they needed a full-on raiding party when they took down the Goblin Lord in the TV anime, but honestly the Goblin Paladin felt weak even compared to the series sub-bosses like the Hobgoblin and the Goblin Champion. Alright, this is a review. Visuals 6 out of 10, voice acting 6 out of 10, story 6 out of 10, soundtracks 6 out of 10, goblin brutality 9 out of 10. Like I said, if you're here to follow Goblin Slayer mow down goblins one by one, vicariously filling your need to slay these little green munchkins, you're gonna have a good time. This was Anime Fried Chicken, thanks for watching. I cover manga chapters at the weekend and do anime and manga discussion videos through the week. So subscribe for more of those straight to your feed. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and catch me next time. Cheers.